Okay, welcome to Read Between the Lines. Cheers.
Cheers.
Katelyn, I'm still gonna call you Jarvis, but
That's fine.
It's now
Göt Fric'd.
Göt Fric'd.
Yeah.
You're G to me because that's how I read it.
That's fine.
Okay, but tell me about you and just whatever you want to tell me. And then also how many books you finished last year.
Okay.
Your most recent read book, your current read, and what you hope to read next or are planning on reading next.
Okay, well, yeah, like you said, I'm Katelyn Göt Fric'd.
Yes.
I'm a lot like Allie, where like I didn't read it all because I was like in school and I just was reading textbooks and I just didn't have a desire to like read anything else. So after I got my master's, I was like, okay, I'm gonna
In what?
In finance.
From where?
From the University of Cincinnati.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I finished my master's and I was like, okay, I'm going to read things for enjoyment. And so what is that, like 2022 maybe? So I set a goal to read like one book a month. And so I read 12 books in 2022, which was like 12 more than I had read in
years?
Probably, yeah, a long time. And that went well. And so
Do you remember your favorite book from 2022 or whenever you started?
I don't know if it was from 2022, but I really like fell in love with historical fiction. Like Kristen Hanna, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
yes.
I really enjoy Kristen Hanna. And is that what? That doesn't sound right. Is Kristen Hanna her name?
I think yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the Nightingale, and then I think the Women didn't come out until like
last year.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed
2 years.
2024 or 23.
No, it was 24 or 25.
Okay.
Like it either came out in 24 at the very, very beginning of 25. We're in 26 now.
I know. It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I really enjoyed her books, and then I also read a book called The Rose Code, which was like the women that were deciphering code in World War II. Yeah.
I remember someone telling me I had to read it, and I have not. But I do remember the title, so.
I really enjoyed it, and yeah.
Add it to the list.
I know. There's so many books to be read.
Yeah. Never gonna get to them all.
Nope, unfortunately.
But yes.
Yeah, so that like sparked my reading journey, and then I'm really good at like putting pressure on myself and then like ruining things that are fun for myself.
Yeah.
So last year I set a goal to read 100 books, and I don't know why I did that because
it's cool.
Right, I was
It's just like a really ridiculous number to hit.
It was silly. Did
you hit it?
No, I hit 98.
Okay. I was just like, I think it was 100. No, I think she was like one short. I thought you hit 99, which
I started
99 at that point. Like it's so
close. But I was like listening to audiobooks at like 2 times speed, and I was like retaining nothing, and I was thinking like this is probably not a good way to be like reading books. Yeah.
I always read I listen to audiobooks at a bare minimum of 1.5.
Yeah, same.
And it's not even for like, oh, I want to get through this. They just talk so slow.
They do talk so slow.
And the only time I do a 1.5 is when the narrator actually reads at a reasonable pace. That's fast enough for me. But
yeah.
I usually, I don't go over 2 because then that is a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
What is the point even of doing that? But yeah, I don't know, the books, I guess like even the books that are 30 plus hours, like 15 hours of this is enough.
Yeah.
Like, that's just ridiculous. But yeah. So 98.
Yep. And
how did you feel about that?
Well, my goal this year is 24.
I love
that.
Yes.
So we're not doing that again.
Yeah.
The other thing, like, with making a lofty goal like that is I felt like I couldn't reread books. I felt like I had to read new books.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to go back and reread Fourth Wing and Iron Flame so that I could read Onyx Storm. Mm-hmm. And I know you don't really like you didn't really like Iron Flame and Onyx Storm, right? Yeah. I still haven't finished Onyx Storm, but my first 2 books of 2026 were rereading Fourth Wing and Iron Flame.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you do like Iron Flame? I will hype up Fourth Wing forever. Like, I think that is such a great book. It's just, I think if I read Iron Flame on its own, I might have a different opinion of it, but it being like a sequel to Fourth Wing, it didn't do it for me, but then I just got annoyed. I just keep getting more and more annoyed with every...
Yeah, well, I feel like in Iron Flame, it was a long book and, like, I don't feel like that much happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which also, and it's 5 books. Like, what? I don't know. It's fine.
Is it 5 books?
It's gonna be 5 books.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Which, I love that for her because she just, like, on a whim wrote this, like, fantastic world.
Right. Like, didn't she write, I can't remember, I haven't read any of her other books, but didn't she write kind of like love?
Yeah, I think
romance novels, yeah.
Yes. And then it just turned into... And I don't, like, know what people look like ever. I should take that back. When people ask me if I know X, Y, and Z person from so-and-so band, I'm like, I have listened to this band for, like, 20 years, and I could pass these people on the street and not know who they are. Like, I just do not know what band people look like.
Yeah.
I do know what authors look like. So, probably because all their pictures are, like, in the back of the book.
Yeah.
But she is the most average, just average gal ever. Which, I mean, I guess all authors are, but...
Yeah, I don't know, like, what I expected her to look like. Maybe when I first saw her, she had purple hair. And
she had pink hair when I saw her.
And I was like, I feel like the writer of Fourth Wing would definitely have purple hair.
Obviously, yes. But
and, yeah.
I don't know. She's just... I don't know. She's not... I don't know. I like her a lot. I'm not
think
vibing
it's
with
like...
the rest of her books.
Yeah. I think it's, like, cute how, like, how much she, like, loves her husband. I feel like she's always, like, posting about it on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And, yeah.
Number 1 fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did talk about this a lot recently, I think. I just finished Alchemized.
Okay.
By Sin-Lin Yu, or I don't know. I don't know their name. My bad. But I freaking loved it. And it was also a really, really long book. 1,024 pages.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And they left it as, like, it can be a standalone book, but it could have more to come. I like when books are left open like that, where you are content with how it ended, but you wouldn't be surprised if something else came of it.
Right.
But for it being such a hefty book, there were only 2 really small, short times where I thought, get on with it now. And which I'm very impressed by. That you can just, I don't know, me. I don't know what other people think of it, but, like, I was just very intrigued and into it the entire time.
I haven't read it yet, but...
You should.
Okay, yeah.
So, speaking of other people that have been on, and would consider that like a 3 or 4 book count. What's your opinion on that? Is a book, or would you consider big books multiple books?
Well, if we're going to last year, then I'm over 100 books if we
did count it.
Yeah. I don't know. I always just count however it is in Goodreads, like if it's one book.
Yeah. It's a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just things that a book that's like 700 pages. Oh, wow. What was she reading for 900 years? A Glass Castle or whatever the Sarah J. Maas series was.
Throne of Glass.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was saying some of those books counted as 3 books. Like, no. One book's one book. But
did she come up with this, or is this like in the reader world? Is it a thing?
I have no idea.
I mean,
I don't know.
I think like a 1,200 page book should count as maybe like at least 2 books, but
or 3. I feel like even 3 is 3 very large books.
Yeah, I'm in a book club right now where we're not allowed to pick a book over 300 pages. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
What are you guys reading?
We Were Liars. I haven't started it yet.
The bike trail book. Is that the bike trail book?
No. That one's Everyone is Lying to You. Lots of lying going on.
Lying. What is We Are Liars about? Or
I have no idea. I haven't even started it yet. Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. What are you reading?
I'm reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue because you and Anne were talking about it and it sounded interesting.
Tell me about it. Recap it for me since I can't remember anything about it.
Like,
other than I loved it.
Without giving spoilers?
No, give it away.
Okay.
It's been out for like 6 years.
Okay.
I feel like any book that's been out for more than like 2 years, you're allowed to give spoilers.
Once it hits paperback,
it's go time.
Well, it's about a girl who makes a deal with the devil because she doesn't want to get married. She wants to have a different life, like an independent life. But the devil, like, does her dirty and...
Shocker.
Yeah, right? Usually deals with the devil go so well.
Yeah, obviously.
So she ends up becoming invisible. So she can meet people, but as soon as she leaves their, like, vision, then they forget about her. So nobody ever remembers her. And she also lives forever. So she has to deal with this for, like...
Forever.
for 300 years.
It's like coming back to me this much right now. Earlier, when we were talking about it, you were like, I want to know what the deal is with Henry, who's the only person that remembers her.
Yep.
But tell me more about their interactions.
So...
Because they don't see each other on the daily. They're, like, random.
Right. So Addie can't have a job because nobody remembers her. So she resorts to, like, stealing and then, like, pawning. And
nobody remembers her, so she can just do it.
Yeah,
all the
and
time.
like she doesn't want to live this life, but she has to.
Because the devil made her.
Right. Yeah. So she goes to this bookstore and she steals the Odyssey in Greek, and Henry catches her and somehow he lets her go. But then like a couple days later...
Does he work at the bookshop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then a couple days later, Addie goes back to the bookshop to, like, try and return the Odyssey in Greek and, like, get a new book. And he's like, I remember you. And she's like, what? You remember me? Like, nobody remembers me. And so I wanted to know, like, what the catch is. And I've made it to the catch.
Oh, what is it?
Henry also made a deal with the devil.
Okay. What was his deal?
Nobody would fall in love with him. So his deal was that, like, now everyone falls in love with him.
Okay.
And then there's,
that
like...
That is a terrible deal to make.
Yeah.
Ever. Why? Why would you want everyone to fall in love with you? That just seems miserable.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, he had, like, a girl he was interested in and he was... and she burned something, like, in his house because... after a week, she was in love with him. And yeah, I'm like 70% of the way through.
Okay.
But they're like discovering loopholes right now where Addie couldn't like have photographs of herself. She couldn't write. She couldn't.
Everything disappeared. I remember that. Yes. Not now that you're saying it, I remember it. But yeah.
But since he remembers her, she can have him write it. And now I want to know what the catch is with that, because I feel like the devil wouldn't just like allow this loophole accidentally.
Yeah. I still don't remember the ending. All I do remember is my sister had a very strong opinion about her dislike for the book because of the ending.
Okay.
Or like, not necessarily because of the ending, but like how the book wrapped up. It just, I don't remember if it was rushed or if it just was not what she hoped for or whatever, but
Yeah.
in the moment, whenever that was, I mean, I think I read that book probably like 7 or 8 years ago. I just remember like absolutely loving it. So, but that was also a long time ago, so I should reread it because I might have a very different opinion about it.
Yeah. I mean,
did you read Bury Your Bones?
No.
In the Midnight Soil? Okay. I haven't read it
Oh,
yet
yeah.
either.
Oh, it's the same author?
But yeah.
Okay. I have not.
I mean, I guess she writes fantasy, like magical worlds or whatever, but this one's about vampires,
Okay.
which I also didn't know at all. I know nothing about the book still. I've had it since the day it came out, and I have not even read the synopsis of it, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I loved Addie LaRue, so I bought it. But that's how I am, though. If I really like an author, I'll read, like, everything they write.
Right.
So, I just finished The Correspondent.
Okay. Is that a biography?
Mm-mm.
No.
It's back there. It's by Virginia Evans. It was a book. It was written in all handwritten letters and emails.
Okay.
Like, way less emails than the letters, but they were like typed for the books.
Did you like that? Or...
I did.
Okay.
There were a lot of gaps because you didn't get to read, like with some of the correspondence, you did get to read both letters, and then other ones, she would randomly do a, like 4 months later, here's this long venting letter or whatever. But you could still keep track of it all. Like, I think I was about, like, just over halfway. There was one letter that she kept writing where at the very top of it, it would just say, like, the date, previous pages unsent. And so it was more of almost a journal rather than, like, something that she would send. And at one point, just after halfway, I had to go back to the very beginning and literally go through every page to be like, who was this to?
Yeah, that's
like,
what my question is. Like, who is she corresponding with?
Well,
like,
you do know. And
okay.
you, like, get to meet all the different characters and stuff
Oh,
through
okay.
the letters. So, like, there is a lot of character development. You get to know everything. Like, it is, you're not left wanting more, except for this one letter where I had to go back, and then I realized that even the first introduction of that one was, like, you had no idea. You do find out in the end.
Okay. And you read both of these books, like, in a weekend? Or
What, both books?
the Correspondent and Alchemized?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No. Alchemized...
Oh, wait,
took
Alchemized
me,
was the 12th.
like, all January
Okay.
to read. And then when I was just visiting my brother, I read The Correspondent. It's the span of 10 to 15 years. I think it starts in 2012 and ends around now. And it was just really sweet. It's the main woman, whose name I'm, of course, totally blanking on right now. I think it's like 70 when the book begins, and she's divorced with grown children, and her children are having children, and it's just her writing to her best friend of like 50 years about what's happening in her life and her kids and yada yada, and then you find out that her best friend is actually her ex-sister-in-law, and it's just, it all intertwines like so beautifully, and it's so sweet. And
Yeah,
I'm
it sounds like a
sitting there
cute
like,
book.
Oh, I'm just so entwined in this book about this like 70-year-old, almost 80-year-old woman that, I don't know, I would...
Is it fiction or
Mhm.
Okay.
It's,
Yeah.
all made up. It's so beautiful though.
That's cute.
I loved it.
I'll have to read that one.
You should. And then I read, I have started The Academy by Ellen Hildebrand,
Okay.
and her daughter, whose name I don't remember. The sleeve is right there. And Shelby Cunningham.
Oh, okay.
It's about a boarding school. It's giving very Gossip Girl vibes.
Oh, yeah.
But boarding school.
Did you read her other book? It was like the girls' weekend where she invited like one girl from each part of her life. I can't remember what it's called.
She has like 1,000 million books.
Yeah.
That's not a number, but
1,000 million.
yeah, but no, I have not.
I can't remember what it's called, but it was cute. Sorry to
No.
interrupt, but
I was done.
I feel like that book is kind of like how I picked my bridesmaids. Like each bridesmaid was like a part of like that time in my life. Like
Yeah.
my cousin has just been like in my life forever, and then like my sister-in-law, and then like my college friend, and like gym friends, and yeah. But that was sort of what the book was like.
Okay.
Yeah. Like she didn't necessarily like keep in constant touch with all of these people, but I think she like got a divorce, and then she wanted to have like a girls' weekend away.
Okay.
And yeah.
Just have those like core memory people in her.
Yeah. And so yeah, everybody like brought back memories from different parts of her life.
I don't really anymore, but when I used to do wedding makeup, it was always so fun and so awkward and so great when I'm like, how do you know the bride? And it's like, oh, we were high school best friends, and then the next person was like, yeah, we were college roommates. And I mean, this was also like 10 years ago, so between high school and college, it just happened. Like, I just graduated college and now I'm getting married, so like they had already all met each other and stuff, but I feel like getting married older.
I know.
Not
30
older,
plus.
But yeah, but I mean, when you're not fresh out of college getting married to whoever, where your high school friends and your college friends probably did mix, like you're now inviting like your high school or college best friends with people you've met within the last like 2 or 3 years, and it's like, have you guys all met before or not, or how are you gonna vibe together? It's a way more fun dynamic.
Yeah, well, and that was like one of the things I liked about the book is she had like one of her like corporate career women like boss bitch like
business,
yeah
business.
And then she had like her artsy friend, and like they just like kept butting heads, and I don't know, it was just fun, like all the dynamics. And yeah
Growing up, what
Yeah.
a treat.
Right.
What a treat.
Even though she's going through like this sad part of her life, she has like all of these fun life memories. Yeah.
Good for her I mean, I know it's fiction, but like for doing that for herself.
Yeah, maybe
like,
Ellen Hildebrand had that experience. I don't know.
She has written so many freaking books, though.
That's literally the only book I've read, so I need to like get on it.
You should dive in. I think all of her books that I have read, just, they have happy endings. Like, they're all just feel good.
Yeah.
And she's not to throw shade by any means, but she's not like a Allie Hazelwood, where every book is the same, just with different scenarios or character names or whatever, but it just follows the exact same plot line. All of her books are just, like, very different, but you still know what you're going to get with her.
Yeah.
Which makes
You're
it
going to
more
get the
fun.
ending that you want, but it won't follow, like, the same road map. That's how I feel about, like, Frida McFadden books. They all have twists and turns, but it's, like, the same twist and turns, I feel like. So I feel like I can always, like, guess what's going to happen at the end.
It's so great, like, the first 1 or 2 books you read, because mind-blowing. Like, with the Housemaid series, I still haven't read the 3rd one.
Okay.
Because I know the 3rd one is also a lot different than 1 and 2, but it's also the same. It's just gonna be the same.
Yeah.
I don't know that I haven't.
I was getting so mad at Lorenzo in the 3rd book. I was like,
okay.
can you please
Tell me more about it.
not?
Why?
Well, like, the neighbor, I mean, everybody's always hitting on Lorenzo.
Apparently, I have, like, no imagination for what he looks like, nor do I, like, have an imagination for what Millie looks like.
Yeah, well,
I guess now
Millie
she looks like Sydney Sweeney,
but
which I'm not mad about because I love her.
So you saw the movie?
I didn't. No.
Oh, well, Lorenzo in the movie is not what I thought he would look like. I was thinking more like pretty boy and less
I forgot that he would be in the movie. Who plays him?
No one I know.
Okay,
I'll
have to look.
And he has like 2 lines, and
well, he doesn't talk a lot in the first one.
that's true. Yeah.
He is more of the, like...
Yeah, he kind of just hovers and, like, stands there and...
I think all he says is, like, get out.
Yeah.
Or, you're in danger. Like,
Right.
I think that... Until the very end.
He's a lot more, like... rough looking. I sort of expected him to be more, like, pretty boy-ish.
I get... So... And this is probably because Super Bowl just happened. I feel like Lorenzo is Bad Bunny in my head. Like, that's who I picture as...
Yeah, I would, like...
Maybe not in, like, a white suit doing gardening, but...
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. The only thing is, like, I feel like Bad Bunny has, like, the curly hair thing going on. I pictured Lorenzo with, like, the, like, slicked back, like, wavy hair.
Like, more of a...
Like, what's the guy
Outsiders?
in Stranger Things?
Oh, I didn't watch Stranger Things. I'm thinking, like, when you say that, I'm imagining Grease or, like, The Outsiders, the Jets and the...
Like, a little less gel. Like, I don't know. I feel like all of the younger kids are, like, trying to have this hairstyle now because... The guy in Stranger Things, like the pretty boy, the baseball player. Why am I so bad at remembering names?
Me too, though. I'm literally in books that I'm reading. I'll be like, what was her name again?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Like,
that's like one of the hardest things in Fourth Wing is there's like so many characters and I'm like, I know Violet, Dane, and I know
Zane? No. Zion? What is the main boy's name? Like, yes.
Zayden?
Zayden,
yes. Ryerson. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
It is hard. Yeah.
I'm so bad at names, like in real life and in fake life. I do this all the time. You're gonna start noticing that I do this in real life. But it doesn't matter if I've been friends with you for like 100 years. When I introduce you to someone new, I have to be confident in this new person's name. Let's say I'm introducing you to John, because I literally just met John 2 seconds ago, and I just know his name is John. I will panic and be like, is your name Katelyn? Like, what? Hey, John, this is my friend. And then I wait for you to chime in to say Katelyn, because I'll be like, oh, yeah, good, it is Katelyn.
It is Katelyn.
Whew, I like really could not with 100% certainty tell you what my friend of X amount of years his name actually is. Like, I just second guess myself so bad that it's a problem. It's like a really weird, I don't know why I do that, but
I do the same thing, but it's like it's before you tell me your name. Like, I get so much anxiety that I'm going to forget your name that I forget to listen to your name. And I'm like, Katelyn, you need to listen. You need to remember this name. And then they say it. But then they're saying it while all of this is going through my head, and then I forget their name. Working in finance, if everybody had like numbers, I would remember. I'd be like, that's 747. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that not for me either.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
just lose all around.
I also am not confident about spelling my own last name yet. So
I love that. I was looking at it earlier because it's very German.
It's just easier to tell people Göt Fric'd.
Yeah, Göt Fric'd, man. Göt Fric'd.
Yeah.
That is going
Get
to be the episode name, by the way. Göt Fric'd with Katelyn.
Göt Fric'd.
I
like it. Jim and I like travel. We found out where his family's from, and then we went to the town.
Where is he from? Where is his family from?
It was a little town called Bowerbach Breton, and it's close to. We flew into Frankfurt, and then we took the train south. I think it was close to like Karlsruhe. It's like, see how big that circle is? It's like very small.
Yeah.
But, oh, sorry, I'll zoom out. I'm trying to, what's the closest big, yeah, Karlsruhe is like the biggest. And Heidelberg. I can't remember if we went to Heidelberg. Is Brandenburg close to that area too? So I went to Munich in 2017, and the people I was with, we all went to Oktoberfest, but then they went to like the Oktoberfest in Stuttgart.
Oh.
And I don't know. They said it was a lot more fun than like Munich Oktoberfest.
That's probably just because they haven't. I've also never been to an Oktoberfest. I was friends with a girl in school whose dad's side of the family was in Munich, and they had just like a tent for generations and generations in their family, because I guess like having an actual table in a tent is like insanely expensive unless you basically like pass down your.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could do that.
I feel like it's season tickets.
Yeah.
Basically for like American standards. When I was in school, like every year she invited me down to go with her, and I just didn't, like a dummy.
When I went to Oktoberfest in Munich, I was like worried that it was going to be sort of like a touristy thing and not like an actual German thing.
Yeah, how was it?
It was so fun. And I feel like there was definitely like tourist tents. Mm-hmm. Like the Hofbrauhaus tent was very touristy.
Yeah.
But then like the Pauliner.
Yes.
That one was like authentic, and it was such a cool experience. I also love how in every tent they played Willie Nelson, like the country roads bring me home.
Oh man, Germans love the most absurd US, like Neil Diamond, big star in Germany.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. So fun.
I had a way to bring it back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hit me with
it only works if did you read the Bike Trail book?
Oh, no.
Oh,
the
okay.
lying...
Yeah, that everybody's lying to you?
No, I did not, but hit me with it.
Okay, so in Everybody is Lying to You, they constantly talk about how they wish there was a German word, like, or they wish there was an English word for something because there's a German word for it, and then they say it, and it's like a typical, like, German word where there's lots of parts to it.
Oh, what word is it?
I don't know any specific examples, because there was, like, it happened a lot of times in the book.
Wait, like, so, not in general, like, for that specific...
Yeah, like, that wasn't a main theme of the book.
But
I picked up on it. Yeah, it was just, like, they wanted to know what the German word for something was throughout the whole book.
I love that. German really is very direct and to the point, as so many Germans are, but even though you have your typical 16-letter words that are just so ridiculous, you could not be more direct in a meaning than that.
I think it's great. Like, you can say exactly what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, in one word, even though it's like a lot of...
sentence, but it's a word.
There's no spaces. I don't know. I'm trying to remember how that even fit into the book, because the book was like about a bunch of influencers and a murder.
I don't know that either. I signed up, and then Allie was saying that it was on a wait list or whatever. I had probably like 13 other books on hold. I was kind of like, I don't even know what this book is about. I really just put it on hold because of that book club scenario, so I'm just going to take it off my TBR pile because whatever, but now I kind of want to read it.
I mean, it was good, but I don't think it's like you have to read it. I was not able to predict the ending.
Okay.
So I was definitely surprised.
That's fun.
I don't know. Sometimes, like, modern topics kind of just don't, like, sit well with me. It's just like they're trying to blend into the times too much. Somebody was trying to write a book where it's influencers are the big thing right now. Like, let's write a book about it. And I don't know. It just kind of, like, rubbed me the wrong way.
I felt that way about... I cannot think of any book off the top of my head right now that did this, but I know I have read a lot of them, and rightfully so, because it did happen in life. But when people bring up COVID in books and like that time, I think the way like authors write about it is almost too like pretentious in a way, where it's like, this thing in history happened and I lived through it and I'm gonna write a book about like what it was like living through it, but as fiction. And I just...
It doesn't feel like far away enough. Or,
yes.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it too soon.
Yeah,
but not in a too soon of... By all means, write about a really fucking bonkers COVID times, because it was a very strange time in life. Like, I'm still confused about what the fuck happened, but people are being too, like, pretentious. The impact it had on or like...
Could it be, like, you don't like that they're trying to, like, monetize a serious event that like is still super fresh, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. This is like it's not veering off topic, but it's a hard like turn in comparison. But if I were to read something about September 11th now, in my core would still almost be like too soon, because like, that is a core memory of mine. Like, I very much remember where I was, what I was doing. I mean, I was a child. I was very young. I was in 6th grade. But, like, I remember it. But I think everything that would be written about it, or even if it played a role in a book, would be written with respect and written well. And I think COVID has just been like, one, it's very fresh. It's also like, it was so political. It's not enjoyable for me to be reading books where people talk about lockdown or this and that. And I think it like boils down to like the way it's written. I may have not experienced it that way. Or, like, it doesn't resonate with me in that same sense. I viewed that, like, monumental event in history very differently. And it just, like, it irks me when people are writing about it. Because I'm like, can we just fucking not?
Right.
But, sorry, I'm, like, ranting hard. On the other hand, I get it. Because if you're writing a book that, like, took place in 2020 or 2021, it's only reasonable for you to mention it.
It was all consuming, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you talk about it in the book or, like, present it? But then it's just like, why the fuck do you have to pick that time frame? Like, write it before, write it after. But, like, don't write it during COVID.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I agree with everything you're saying, but then, like, after you, like, came to a conclusion, I was like, oh, well, I do understand why they're writing about it. But...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yes. I get it. I think, give me 20 years. And I'll read a book and be like, oh yeah, I remember how fucking batshit backwards the world was. What's next on your list?
Well, We Were Liars, because I have to read that for next week.
Great.
Yeah. Also, Goodnight Moon, Green Eggs and Ham.
Yes. Those are pretty lengthy, though.
Yeah, those would count probably like 4 Anne books, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
No, like, so we're supposed to, I guess, talk to the baby.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to talk to the baby about. So we've just been reading the books that we have already out loud.
Yeah.
And hopefully Baby G will hear them.
Yes. For how much I love books, my baby does not. Like, he loves pretend reading. Like, he loves sitting there and, like, acting like he's reading a book. And it's the cutest thing in the world. But, like, when I actually try to read him a book, he's just, like, beyond uninterested. So...
Maybe one day he'll like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he better.
What are you reading next?
Academy. Honestly, I had this on my, like, I need to talk to Katelyn about this tonight. We Love You, Bunny. I haven't read it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I'm finally gonna read it.
I have been meaning to reread Rouge or, like, do a... That's also by Mona.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I need to remember why this book is so weird because I forget.
It's... I remember us being on our walk and me talking to you about, I think it was Rouge and Bunny. And, like, great, out of my, what is it, like 5 episodes? How many episodes of this podcast have I had? Not that many. Every single episode, except for last time, I talk about fucking Bunny. And, like, I guess that makes it probably, like, the best book of all time.
Oh, you liked it a lot?
No, I fucking hated
it.
But I can't stop thinking or talking about it. But also, Rouge. Mother effer, I don't own it. But let's fucking talk about it because I remember... I was telling you about it, how batshit insane it was, and how I, like, still to this day, I do not comprehend what the fuck was happening in this book. And I think my issue with Mona Awad, or however you pronounce her name, she writes in a way that is very realistic, so that when her, like, fucked up fantasy aspects come into play, I, like, can't separate it from being reality. Like, I can't accept that her books are, like, fantasy, because everything else is so real about it that, like, this bitch in Rouge having her, like, Tom Cruise fantasies.
Yeah.
And him coming to her in her mom's mirror. Like,
I forgot about that.
Magical mirror, and them having a whole, like, love affair. I just can't wrap my head around it. Because it's, like, it's all so fucking real that the fact that Tom Cruise is coming to her, like, through her mom's magical mirror, it seems like a normal life event. And not that it's, like, fantasy at all. So, like, what is happening? And did you end up reading Bunny?
No.
Okay.
Hey.
But, like, it's kind of the same concept. Everything is very real. They're just a bunch of girls at the school in this like writing workshop doing their thing, but then all of a sudden they're like having seances to create these like perfect man creatures that it's like everything is so normal that like I don't understand how this is suddenly fantasy, but it obviously is because it's so not realistic.
It sounds like, are all of her books sort of about like, I don't know, I feel like they all have ties to like the beauty industry kind of, like, or like beauty standards maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know about all her books,
But Bunny and Rouge.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I think she also wrote like Lampova or something like that. I don't know what it's actually called, but I like have the cover. The title is in blue, and I think there's like a lamb or sheep, which is probably the same thing as a lamb, or like a ram, or I don't know, some furry creature like on its back on the cover. I think. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Oh no, I don't think that's by her. I think that one is by Otessa on something. Did you ever read My Year of Rest and Relaxation?
Yes, I did.
It's by her.
Okay.
What'd you think of that book?
I think I read it last year, like towards the beginning maybe, and it's a kind of shorter book, isn't it? I think I read it because I needed to like catch up on my count, and I was like, oh, this one's short. That's the one where she just like quits all responsibilities and just sleeps and like does drugs to stay asleep for a year.
Yes.
But I don't remember like what came of it.
She had her therapist that she had like her weekly meetings with that also turned into virtual meetings and like in-person meetings, and she just kept like bullshitting her symptoms to get more and more drugs. And then she was out one night and met that artist. Like, I don't know if they had, I can't remember if it was like a sexual thing or if it was very platonic. She like hired him to lock her into her apartment. Because she started just sleepwalking when she was like all comatose on her drugs.
Okay.
She would like go to her bottega or like wherever and like do random stuff. And so she was like, I need somebody to like lock me in. And so he would lock her in and kind of like take note of what she was doing and not let her out. And then I think I also don't really remember how the book ended. I think it like just platonically, like at one point she was like, what the fuck are you doing to me, or like how did you let me do this, or like something where she put blame on that dude where he was like, whoa, what the fuck like are you talking about or whatever. But then
I wish I remembered, like, yeah.
And I was visiting my parents when I was reading that book, and I was telling my dad about it. My parents are both big time readers also. The way I was describing it, they were like, they assumed it was a biography of just like this woman telling her own story, and I was like, damn, is it? And then I had to look into it, where I was like, wait, is this like real events or not? But it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was all fiction. But
Somebody's probably done it.
Yeah.
I just didn't document it.
Yeah. Or maybe they did. My dad recommended a Louisa Penny book to me. Louisa? I don't know what her first name is, but last name Penny. I don't know if she's American or British or Irish or what she is, but she writes really cute, like, small town mysteries. And I read the first one after, like, a year. Like, my dad had been recommending her for forever, and then I finally read it, and it was a very cute, quirky book. And then apparently she's very famous in the literary world, because in the academy that I am also currently reading, she's like recommended.
Oh, really?
Or not recommended, but like acknowledged as like one of the students' go-to reads is Louisa Penny. And I was like, oh, I love when that happens. Just like when books I've read in real life have like a...
It's like bookception.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. That happened in The Correspondent too.
I'm gonna have to read that. The Correspondent sounds good.
You can borrow it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. I did not realize like how long you were a part of the Book of the Month Club.
Yeah. It's been going on 6 years now.
6 years? I didn't even... I just learned about it last year.
No. I think my sister gave me a gift card for it in 2020.
Okay.
Or 21. I think I've enjoyed every book I've read that I've gotten from it, except for maybe like 4.
I get like stressed out trying to pick which one I want. I don't know. It's just like...
I have gotten to the point where like I choose my book off like based off of the one-line synopsis.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, nope, that doesn't... Nope. Oh, that one, maybe. And then, like, I'll finish the list, and I'm like, the maybe kind of won it for me. So, like, that's the one I'm going to go with.
Do you, like, use Goodreads or anything like that? Or Fable, or...
I mean, I just keep track on Goodreads. I don't, like, use it in any other
you
way.
have your own, like, little notebook, right?
Yes.
Do you, like... So, I feel like I don't have the brain capacity to, like... write well thought out reviews, so I just do like 1 to 5 stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
98% of the time we'll only rate a book by a star review. If I get like an ARC through NetGalley or whatever other ARC websites, or if a author like directly sends me a book, or publisher, whatever, I will 100% give a like proper written review of that book.
Right.
If I abso-fucking-lutely like loved a book, I will also write out a review. Not necessarily on Goodreads, but like wherever like I found the book, I will do it. But yeah, I don't really write a lot of written reviews. I would like to, but like I also think I'm like too judgy and opinionated. Where I just don't want to make it a point to be like, yeah, this was incredible, yada yada yada, nothing was wrong with it, because that's not honest. Because there is something that like I didn't like about it, but I also don't feel it necessary to write about what I didn't like about it, because I feel like that just makes me feel like an internet troll. And, like, I just don't want to do that. Because at the end of the day, like, these people fucking put their whole entire life into this book. And, like, that's incredible. And even if it wasn't, like, everything I wanted it to be, it's like, you fucking did more than I ever could. So, like, bravo to you. I don't know.
Didn't you want to write a book?
Yeah, I still do. I'll get around to it one day.
Do you know, like, what kind of book you would want to write?
Yes. Actually, I have my best ideas in the bathroom, not just on the toilet, but also in the shower. And the other day, as I was shampooing and just, like, scratching my brain, this happened, like, maybe 16 days ago. Like, it was very, very recent. I always wanted to write, like, a thriller murder mystery type of book. And I kind of sort of always had my, like, plan of what I wanted to write, but, like, I just didn't fucking know how to go about it. And I was like, I just don't know how to write a book. But as I was scrubbing my head, I was like, anyone that reads a lot of books knows how to write a book. Like, you just have to start, and then the whole order of events will just, like, fall into place, / you would then just have an editor help you fix it. So, like, whatever. But I realized in that moment, I think I am going to veer more towards writing a very unimportant memoir. Which, because who am I? I'm a very unimportant person. But...
Well, it sounds like you've lived a lot of lives.
And, and that's, I think, where I'm getting to is, like, I have all these, like, snippets that I think I can turn into, like, short stories into a book that can be, like, really entertaining. And we'll just see where that goes.
I mean, we both read a book about a girl who did drugs to sleep for a year, so...
Yes.
Yours might have more potential to be more interesting.
Maybe, or not, but, like, it could be on par, you know? Whatever. But, yeah, I think I want to just, like, dive into all the different lives I've lived and find my, like, little quirks and write them out, and then, yeah. See.
I'd read it.
Thanks. I love that. Yeah. Stumbled on a book when I was visiting my brother. We were, like, venturing around all the, like, small little towns in, like, upstate New York and stuff. And they have a bunch of, like, just cute little boutique shops and whatever. And a lot of them had local, like, authors and whatever for any and all type of books. Like, coffee table books, little pocket whatever. And I picked one up, and it was, I used to have a plan by, hold on. I used to have a plan by Alessandra Olano. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. How would you say it?
Alessandra, Olanow?
Oh, sure. Yes.
Yeah.
But, like, flip through it. It's...
Are there little drawings all over it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And, like, she...
Is this holding your spot?
It is, yes. But you can also, like, move it. It's fine.
I'll save it.
But page 1 is just about how she essentially, like, got to where she did with this book on, like, hey, I used to be X, Y, and Z, and then, like, this thing happened, and it kind of tumbled me into, like, illustrating and writing, and it's made me more open to change, which I, like, really try to fight with all of my being. And they're just, like, the sweetest, cutest, most relatable illustrations and phrases and whatever. I feel like with that, there's a niche for everything. To, like, full circle where I was going with that. Like, in her one-page introduction or whatever, it was like, even if only 1 or 2 pages resonate with you, that's phenomenal. Even if, like, only 1 or 2 people ever get joy out of anything I say or write, that's fucking dope. That's still 2 more people than if I hadn't said anything.
Exactly.
So...
I love that.
Yeah.
No, like, just, like, flipping through this book, too. I kind of want to get it.
You should.
This author was from the small town in New York?
I think she lives in Brooklyn.
Well, yeah, like, I looked at 15 pages, and I was like, relatable.
I think how this whole book is of just, like, putting shit into perspective, and it is relatable, and it's, yeah. We're all going through it.
Was it easy to read, like, when you had a newborn, or did it just, like, not happen?
Yes and no. No, I don't think it's easy to read when you have a newborn.
Yeah.
I had a really hard time being a newborn mom. I just felt very, very lost, and I keep saying I just had postpartum depression, but in a different way than what I thought it was supposed to be. So I didn't realize that I was in it, because I just always thought, like, postpartum depression was me not connecting with my baby, and that wasn't my problem at all. I definitely did. I couldn't handle everything else that was falling into my lap. And I still felt like I needed to do everything I was doing before I had a baby.
You also were probably exhausted and like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I think I still managed to read a decent... But also, like, I had Winford in October. So I read a shit ton all year. Just thinking annual count, January to October, I got a ton of reading in. And then I had, October to February, where it kind of dulled down. And then February to December again, where, like, it ramped up. I read a lot when I just have downtime.
Like, if I have to do administrative stuff, I will listen to an audiobook and I can just, like... type away and yeah
so I do that all the time where like if I'm just clicking through shit, I have my audiobook on. Or even like before I had him, I was going into the office and my commute was 30 minutes, so like that's an hour of reading every day. Of like, I only ever did audiobooks. Like I didn't listen to music or radio or anything.
So we moved to Northside in 2022. Also, when I set these, like, I want to read more goals. And I went...
Where were you before?
Loveland. Like, literally my commute was 7 minutes. Or...
Why'd you guys move to Northside?
Well, he grew up in Northside.
Okay.
And also we bought the house, like, right after COVID, when the housing market was crazy. Houses just flying off the shelf. Yeah, so Jim grew up in Northside, and like I really love Northside. It's just I went from a 7-minute commute to like 45 minutes. Sometimes it's an hour, and it was like taking a toll on my mental health. I was getting like so frustrated.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, I thought like listening to audiobooks was cheating at the beginning. And I was like, well, I don't care, I'm gonna do it. And so I started like reading books a lot that way, which made me pick up books more. I can read a physical book and I can listen to a book, so it's like it just sounds like a lot of people do that.
When I'm like folding laundry or doing things around the house, like that is my zone. Like I listen to a book and whatever.
I feel like when you listen to an audiobook, it's almost like harder to only focus on the book. So like maybe you're actually using like more brain power focusing when somebody's reading it to you.
I love that thought. I genuinely think that we have no difference in recollection of audio versus physical reading. If I'm engaged in a book, I am going to be able to recollect it the same exact way. That's my takeaway on it. I think people that think audiobooks aren't really reading, they're just haters.
And I am a reformed hater.
I love that. I love it. I'm glad you turned the corner.
I think I just didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you tried it and you're like, wait.
This counts.
This absolutely fucking counts.
It's also keeping me sane.
So now you get, like, how many books a weekend with your commute?
Well, I've read 3 books this year, so not that many. But also, we had a lot of snow, so I worked from home. I have been trying to listen to, like, podcasts to just maybe have some sort of idea what to do when baby G comes.
That's all gonna go out the windows.
I'm excited. I'm definitely freaking out, but I'm excited.
Also, you're literally going from like a 2-people life to a 3-people life overnight. And like then that's just your life. Like there's no adjustment period. It's just
I think about this all the time. Like I imagine us walking out of the hospital with this little baby and like our entire life is blown up and changed.
Yeah.
But everyone else we're walking by is like...
is still living their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Anything else book related you want to throw my way?
I don't think so. I think we should definitely do a part 2 when I can have wine.
I would love that.
I'll read some more Mona Awad.
We'll catch up on Bunny, and we love you, Bunny, and...
Maybe my next book will be Bunny, just so I, like, know now.
I love that. We're both empty.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.